Good morning all, I hope you can hear me. Welcome to this lovely little spot in Diani. Yep, welcome all, lovely to see you. So we'll do a Vinyasa Flow today with a few challenges thrown in. Thanks very much to Heather for organising this, and thanks to you all for attending. If you'd like to start lying on your back on the mat. Coming down to a comfortable position on the back. And begin to turn the attention inwards, focusing on the breath. Turning the attention inwards, focusing on the breath. Breathing in through the nose, through the throat, inflating the lungs and inflating the tummy. And releasing the air very gently. See if you can focus on each breath being longer and slower than the one before it. Inhaling through the nose, through the throat, inflating the lungs and inflating the tummy. And releasing the air very gently. Feeling the whole body slowing down. The breath is slowing down. The heart rate is slowing down. And the body is sinking heavy on the mat. Focusing on each breath being longer and slower than the one before it. And we'll take 5 more long, slow breaths here. Really enjoy each breath. Feel the whole breath filling your body. And the whole breath releasing from your body. When you're ready, drawing the left knee into the chest. Give your left knee a nice deep hug. Squeezing it into the body with the use of your hands. And then extend the left leg out again. Bring the right knee into the chest. Drawing it into the chest with the use of your hands. Giving the knee a nice tight hug. And extending it out. And then bringing both knees into the chest. Wrap both arms around both knees. Drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a nice hug. You might want to rock from side to side, giving the back a gentle massage against the mat. And then place the feet on the mat with the knees in the air. The heels are next to the hips. Ground down through the left foot. Lift the right foot from the mat and cross it over the left knee, making a figure 4. Reach the hands through, taking a hold of the thigh or the shin, and release the head back to the mat. 3 nice long slow breaths here, drawing that knee towards you. Lift the head, tap the big toe onto the head. And then release the bind of hands, keeping the bind in the legs. And drop the legs over to the left. So the right foot comes down to the ground on the left side of the body. Open up the right arm, looking along the right arm. Supine twist with figure 4 legs. 3 long slow breaths here. And coming gently back to center, release the right foot down to the mat. Rounding down through the right foot. Lift the left foot from the mat, cross it over the right. Figure 4 legs. Reach the hands through, taking hold of the thigh or the shin, and release the head back to the mat. 3 breaths here. Supine pigeon. Drawing that knee gently towards you. And then lift the head, tap the big toe onto the forehead. Release the hold of the hands, placing the right foot back on the mat, and tip the legs to the right. So the left foot comes down to the right side. Open up the left arm. Supine twist on the other side. And coming gently back up to center. Release both feet down to the mat. And coming into a gentle bridge. It's early in the session, don't push yourself. Rounding down through the feet, lift the hips. Press the palms of the hands together beneath the hips, interlacing the fingers. Looking straight ahead of you. Breathing into the stretch. One more inhale here. And exhale, releasing the hips down to the mat. And we'll take a second bridge, rounding down through the feet. On your next inhale, lift the hips. Press the palms of the hands together, interlacing the fingers. Perhaps shuffling the shoulders in a little bit this time. Looking straight ahead of you. One more inhale, lift the hips. And exhale, release the hips down to the mat. Drawing the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around the knees. Rock up and down a few times until you come up to a seated position. And we'll take some seated twists. On your next inhale, sweep the arms over the head, looking up at the hands. And exhale, left hand comes down onto right knee, right hand behind you. Twist. Inhale in your twist. Drawing up the crown of the head. And exhale, twist a little deeper. One more inhale, lengthening the spine. One more exhale, twist as far as you want to go today. Exhale, right hand, left knee, left hand behind you, twist. Inhale, lifting up from the crown of the head. And exhale, twist a little further. Inhale, lifting up from the crown of the head. And exhale, twist as far as you want to go today. And release, back to center. Inhale the arms over the head. Exhale, twist, left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, sweep that left hand all the way around, lifting the hips, dropping the head back. And exhale, sweeping around the other way, dropping the hips. Inhale, lift the arms over the head, looking up at the hands. Exhale, right hand, left knee, left hand behind you. Round down through that left hand. Inhale, sweep the right hand over and round, lifting the hips, dropping the head back. And exhale, sweep that arm around the other way, coming to seated. And placing the hands behind the hips with the fingers pointing towards the hips. On your next inhale, lift the hips, dropping the head back, opening the heart, opening the shoulders, breathing into it. Rounding down through the knees, lifting the hips. One more inhale here, lifting the hips. And exhale, release the hips down. Walking the hands forwards, come into a forward fold, folding over the legs. Stretching the arms out, reaching with the crown of the head towards the hands, feeling the length of the spine. And when you're ready, coming over the knees, onto all fours. And we'll take 3 cat-cow here. Make sure that your hips are over your knees, your shoulders are over your wrists. On your next inhale, look up, dropping the tummy. And exhale, round the back, the head hangs heavy. Inhale, look up, dropping the tummy. And exhale, round the back, the head hangs heavy. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round the back. And coming back to a neutral spine. Keeping the hips directly over the knees. Walk the hands to the top of the mat and drop the chest down. Coming into a puppy dog stretch. Grounding down through the left hand, lift the left elbow, stretching out that left arm. Release the right hand from the mat and thread it under the left hand, under the left arm, bringing the right cheek down to the mat. You can walk that left hand around a bit deeper if you want to deepen the stretch. A couple more breaths here. And then grounding down through that left hand, unthread the right arm. Coming back to center, finding yourself once more in puppy dog. Round down through the right hand, lifting the right elbow, stretching that right arm all the way out. Release the left hand from the mat and thread the left hand under the right arm, bringing the left cheek down to the mat. 3 breaths here. You can walk the right hand over your head if you want a deeper stretch. And then rounding down through that right hand, release the left hand, coming once more into your puppy dog. On your next inhale, sweeping the weight forwards, coming into Sphinx, grounding down through the forearms, looking at the sky. And exhale back to puppy dog. Inhale, Sphinx. And exhale, puppy dog. Inhale, Sphinx, and this time we'll hold the Sphinx, looking at the sky. Pressing the chest through the window of the arms, looking up at the sky. One more inhale here. And exhale, releasing all the way down to the mat. Now placing the left forearm across the top of the mat. We're going to bend the right knee. Take a hold of the right ankle with the right hand and draw that heel down to the hip. The right heel is drawn down to the, stretching it out. And release. Place the right forearm across the top of the mat. Bend the left knee. Take hold of the left ankle with the left hand and draw that left heel towards the left hip. And release. Placing the hands next to the shoulders. We're going to come up through Cobra into Down Dog. Inhale, Cobra, looking at the sky. And exhale, through the knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take a bit of time in your down dog. Pedaling the feet, bending each knee in turn. Stretching out one leg and then stretching out the other. Being a playful dog. Playing with your down dog. Seeing how your hips feel, seeing how your hamstrings feel. And then find stillness in your down dog. Grounding down through the heels, grounding down through the hands, lifting the hips. 3 breaths here. The head is heavy, the neck is relaxed. On your next inhale, sweep the right foot up and touch the sky with your right toes. Three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right knee into the chest and drop the right foot between the hands, also dropping the back knee. Inhale, coming into your lunge. Interlace the fingers and press the palms of the hands against that thigh. Gently using the pressure of your hands on your thigh to open up the lunge. First lunge of the session, pressing the thigh away from you with the hands. Pressing the hips forwards. And when you're ready, on your next inhale, sweep the arms over the head, looking up between the hands. Slight back bend in your lunge, opening up the chest, opening up the heart. One more inhale here. And exhale, release the hands down to the mat and step back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, sweep the left foot up and back, touch the sky with the left toes. And exhale, bring the left knee into the chest, drop the left foot between the hands, also dropping the back knee. Inhale, lifting up into your lunge. Again, placing the hands against that thigh, pressing the thigh away from you. Gentle pressure of the hands on the thigh. To deepen the lunge, pressing the hips forwards. Taking a bit of time here. And on your next inhale, sweep the arms over the head, looking up between the hands. Again, a slight back bend. Pressing the hips forwards, opening the heart, opening the shoulders. One more inhale here. And exhale, release the hands to the mat. And this time we'll step that back foot up to join the front foot. Coming into a forward fold at the top of the mat. The legs are strong. The upper body is relaxed. You can take a hold of the opposite elbows if you'd like, hanging gently in your forward fold. Letting the head hang heavy, the shoulders are relaxed. The whole of the upper body is just hanging here. The legs are strong. And when you're ready, release the hands, take a nice deep bend in the knees, and roll up really slowly. Rolling through each vertebrae in turn, opening up the back, opening up the shoulders. And the last thing to come up is the head. And shake it out. Shaking out the arms, shaking out the legs. And we're going to come into a standing balance, a flamingo. So, grounding down through the left leg, nice strong left standing leg. We're going to bring the right knee into the chest, just as we did when we were lying on the ground at the beginning, drawing that knee into the chest with the help of the hands which are wrapped around the shin. And then slide the hands down towards the ankle, keeping that heel pressed against the hip and folding forwards. A flamingo standing on one leg in an African lake. 3 breaths here. And on your next inhale, coming very gently in, up, hugging the knee, holding the knee into the chest, and releasing the foot down to the mat. Coming into a flamingo on the other side, ground down through the right foot. Lift the left knee and hug it into the chest, hugging that left knee nice and tight in towards the chest. And then slide the hands down towards the ankle, keeping that heel pressed against the hip. Left heel against left hip as we fold forwards, bringing the knees together and folding into a standing flamingo. 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, coming up to standing, hug that knee tightly into the chest and release the foot down to the mat, coming back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Rounding down through all 4 corners of both feet. Nice strong feet, strong core, relaxed shoulders. Breathe into your mountain pose, lifting up from the crown of the head, grounding down through the feet. One more inhale in your Tadasana. Exhale, bend the knees and sweep the earth behind you. And inhale into your chair. Peek down and make sure you can see your toes. And then looking up through the hands. Nice, strong chair pose, sinking the hips, lifting the arms. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center and twist. The right elbow comes outside the left knee. Twisting, looking along the left shoulder at the left elbow. Pressing your palms of your hands together and using that pressure to deepen the twist. And then a slightly tricky transition. We're going to ground down through the left foot and lift the right foot. One-legged twisted chair. And step the right foot very gently to the back of the mat, coming into a twisted crescent lunge. Keep twisting, keep finding that twist. On your next inhale, sweeping the arms upwards, looking up between the hands in your crescent lunge. One more inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, bring the hands parallel to the ground and sweep the right arm under the left, coming into eagle arms. Eagle arms in a crescent lunge, lifting the elbows, pressing the palms of the hands together. And we're going to transition into full eagle. So grounding down through the front foot, lift the back foot and sweep it around, coming into your eagle pose. Sinking the hips, lifting the elbows. A couple of breaths here. One more inhale, really lifting those elbows. And exhale, unravel the legs, sweeping the right leg behind you into warrior three with eagle arms. Nice, strong warrior. The right leg is extended behind you. On your next inhale, unravel the arms and extend them all the way out. Full warrior three. And then drop the hands to the mat, lifting that back leg all the way up. Standing splits. One more inhale, lift that back leg as high as it wants to go today. And exhale, place that right foot at the back of the mat. And we're going to drop the right foot onto the outside of the right foot. Coming round to face, to twist, and stepping back to side plank. Inhale, lift that hand and lift the hips. Exhale, place the left hand on the mat and bring the left knee into the chest. Thread the left foot under the body, extend it on the right side, coming into fallen triangle. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, place the right hand back on the mat, bringing that left knee into the chest, and then extending it all the way up, three-legged dog. And this time we're going to open the hips, bending that top leg and opening the hips. If you would like to transition into wild thing, you are very welcome. Tipping over and dropping the foot behind you, lifting the hips and dropping the arm back. Wild thing. One more inhale, lifting the hips. Exhale, release the left hand back to the mat, bringing the left knee one more time into the chest, and then drop the left foot between the hands. Low lunge with the hands on the ground. And we're going to transition back into chair. So on your next inhale, stepping the back foot up to the front and sweeping the arms up. Coming back into your chair. One more inhale, lift the arms and drop the hips.
Hi there, everyone. I think we lost Tamara. So, who remembers the sequence? Should we keep going on the other side? Maybe you all can help me. So we're in our chair pose. And then we twist around to the right. Left elbow on the right knee. We transfer the weight to the right foot. Someone help me if I'm doing this wrong. Bring that left leg behind. And we're coming into our twisted crescent lunge. Tamara's back. Yeah. Welcome back, Tamara.
My apologies, everyone. My internet dropped. Very sorry about that. I'm back on again. My apologies. We were in a twisted lunge. My apologies all. Twisted lunge. On your next inhale, sweep the arms over the head, looking up between the hands. Crescent lunge. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, bring the arms parallel to the ground and sweep the left arm under the right. Eagle arms. Pressing the palms of the hands together, lifting the elbows. And when you're ready, transitioning into full eagle. Grounding down through the front foot, lifting the back and wrapping it around. Couple of breaths in your eagle pose. On your next inhale, unravel the legs. Sweep the left leg all the way back into warrior three with eagle arms. And then unravel the arms, full warrior three. One more inhale here. And exhale, drop the hands to the mat, standing splits. Lifting that back leg as high as it'll go. Inhale, touch the sky with the left toes. And exhale, release the left foot down to the back of the mat. Turn the left foot onto the side of the foot, twisting around and step into side plank. Inhale, lift the right hand, lift the hips. Exhale, drop the right hand to the mat and bring the right knee into the chest, extending the right leg under the body and threading it into fallen triangle. Lifting the hips, reaching for the sky with the left hand. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, drop the left hand to the mat, bring the right knee into the chest. And extend the right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the right knee and open that hip. Once more, coming into wild thing if you choose to. Lifting the hips, dropping the arm back. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, release that right hand back to the mat, coming into downward facing dog. And then dropping into child's pose. Bring the knees to the outer edge of the mat. Big toes touching. Sink the hips onto the heels. Drop the chest onto the mat. And relax. Bringing your breathing back to slowing down the breathing. And when you're ready in your own time, lift the head, rounding down through the hands, coming gently through all fours into downward facing dog. Lola. Into downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, touch the sky with the right toes. And exhale, coming into pigeon. Bring the right knee to the right wrist. Sweep the foot across and settle the hips. Inhale, look at the sky. Slight back bend. And exhale, walk the hands out. Coming down onto the mat, or you can make a pillow of your hands if you prefer. Coming down into a pigeon. 3 breaths in your pigeon. And gently lifting the head, walking the hands back. You're going to settle the hips and sweep the back leg around to hook over the front leg, coming into your seated twist position. Settle the weight between the hip bones. Both hip bones are square on the mat. On the next inhale, sweep the arms over the head. And exhale, twist. The right elbow comes outside the left knee. The left hand is behind us. Looking over the left shoulder. Using the pressure of the elbow against the outer thigh to deepen the twist. And from here, we're coming into an optional arm balance. Completely up to you if you fancy trying an arm balance today. If you'd like to stay in your twist, perfect. If you'd like to try an arm balance, we're going to ground the hands on the side that they're already facing. Keep the twist. Keep holding that twist. Coming up onto that knee, we're going to settle the hips on the left elbow and the knee on the right elbow. And tip forwards until the legs come up. Optional version of a side crow. And coming down, we're going to walk the hands forward, unravel the legs, and step back to downward facing dog. We have a rather downward facing dog on the top of my yoga mat at the moment. On your next inhale, lift the left leg, touch the sky with the left toes. Bring the left knee towards the left wrist, coming into pigeon. Settle the hips. Take a moment here, settling the hips. Find out where the hips are for you today. Then inhale, slight back bend. And exhale, walk the hands out in front of you. Coming into your pigeon. You can make a pillow of the forearms if you want, or you can stretch them all the way out. 3 breaths in your pigeon. And when you're ready, coming gently up, walking the hands back, settling the hips. We can sweep that back leg around the front, hooking it over. The knee coming into a seated twist on the other side. Inhale the arms over the head. And exhale, twist. Left arm comes outside, right leg this time. Right hand behind you. Using the pressure of the arm against the leg to deepen the twist. Looking over the right shoulder. And again, optional arm balance. If you would like to give it a go, welcome. If you would like to remain in twist, also welcome. If you're giving the arm balance a go, we're going to plant the hands to the side that we're already facing, keeping the twist. Coming up onto that ground bottom knee and dropping the hips onto the right elbow this time. The knees onto the left elbow. And extending the head forwards, lifting the legs. Version of a side crow. And coming back, stepping back to down dog, releasing the knees to the mat. Big toes touching, sink the hips onto the heels, and take a child's pose. Keeping the breath nice and slow, grounding down through the hands, lifting up through all fours, and walking the feet all the way through, coming down onto your back. And if you'd like to take an inversion with your legs in the air, that's fine. If you'd like to roll up into a shoulder stand, that's also fine. Your version of a shoulder stand. 3 breaths here. Reaching for the sky with your toes, looking straight at your toes, don't move your neck. One more inhale, touch the sky with your toes. And exhale, drop the toes over the head, coming into a plow. 3 nice long slow breaths in your plow. Your feet might be hovering or they might be on the ground. You can support the back or release the support as you wish. And then bend the knees, dropping the knees either side of your head. Closing your ears with your knees. And then rolling down very gently, placing each vertebrae in turn onto the mat. Coming down very gently until the hips come down, the lower back is released, and the legs stretch all the way down to the end of the mat. Tuck the hands under the hips, ground down with the elbows, lift the head and look at the toes, and then press the chest out, open the heart, drop the head back, coming into a fish. The head can be hovering above the ground, or it could be resting very gently on the ground, no pressure on the neck. One more inhale here, lifting the chest. And exhale, release, look at the toes, and release all the way down to the mat. Drawing the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice hug. And then drop the knees over to the right, placing the right hand on the outer edge of the left thigh, opening up the left arm, looking along the left arm. 5 long, slow breaths in your supine twist. Coming back up to center, drawing the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Settle the spine against the mat. Stretch the spine out long and straight against the yoga mat, and drop the knees over to the other side. Left hand rests gently on the outer edge of the right thigh. Open up the right arm. 5 long, slow breaths in your supine twist. And coming back up to center, hug the knees, take a happy baby, taking the outer edge of the feet, drawing the knees down to the chest. And take any small movements you want to take before Shavasana, final relaxation. You might want to rock from side to side. You might want to move the feet, move the ankles. You might want to move the head, rolling it from side to side. Take a moment here just to check where there might be any tension in the body. And consciously release that tension with some small movements. And when you're ready, in your own time, release all the way down to the mat. Coming into Shavasana, final relaxation. The feet are relaxed. The ankles are relaxed. The feet are falling outwards. The knees are relaxed. The hips and the lower back are resting heavy on the mat. The spine is heavy on the mat. Shoulders are relaxed. Arms are resting gently on the ground. No expression in the face. Release any tension in the jaw, the eyes, the cheeks. The whole body is relaxed. The whole body is grounded. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free, with awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are. So fully alive that the world looks different, newly born and vibrant. Just for now. Begin to bring a little bit of life back into your fingers and toes. Gentle movements in the fingers, gentle movements in the toes. And stretch the arms over the head, giving yourself the longest, loveliest stretch all the way from the fingertips to the tips of the toes. Stretching out the whole body. And draw the knees into the chest, wrapping the arms around the knees, rolling yourself into a tiny ball. And you can stay on your back or you can roll onto the right side or the left side as you wish. And when you're ready, rolling up to a comfortable seated position. The weight is equally distributed between the hips. The spine is long and straight. Shoulders are relaxed. And the hands are resting gently on your knees. Take a moment here, moment of gratitude for being where we are, able to do this. This wonderful day of yoga, organised by Kisima Festival and Heather. Thank you so much for that. And I would like to thank you all so much for practicing with me today. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, Tamara. That was so awesome. Learned some new things there. That was really beautiful. Thank you. And thank you to everyone
Thank
who's
you.
here.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thanks, Lola, who appeared on my yoga mat halfway through, decided to join in the session.
So sweet.